Hello everyone, welcome you back to this English class. Today let us conclude chapter number 8, Saving the Tiger, written by Shekhar Dattatri. As you all know, we have covered a part of this chapter in our previous two sessions, that is part A and part B. I hope you have viewed the videos Saving the Tiger part A and part B. Today let us conclude, that is let us do the last remaining part of this chapter. So let's get started. Chapter 8, Saving the Tiger, Part C, written by Shekhar Dattatri. Before we continue, let's do a quick recap of what we have covered in the previous two parts. In Part A, the writer had given he has narrated of his thrilling encounter with the tiger, the very first encounter with the tiger, and how that moment has remained close to his heart. He cherishes that particular first encounter with the tiger, though he has met the tiger many times after that. But that first encounter with the tiger is very precious to him. Then he has expressed concerns over the diminishing number of tigers. Though tiger is a national animal of India, yet it is considered an endangered species. That is, its number has become considerably low, and that is mainly because of poaching activity, habitat destruction, and prey hunting. Poaching is done because of the body parts of tigers which are being sold for decorative items and for medicinal purpose. So that is what the writer says, that the tiger population is becoming smaller and soon it will become an extinct species. That means we won't be able to see the tiger again on the planet Earth. Then in part B, the writer says, however, this particular situation is not totally hopeless. He says it is not entirely hopeless. He has expressed hope. He says there is hope. That means this particular situation can be reversed. He says that there are reserves in India like Kaziranga in Assam, Corbett in Uttarakhand, and Nagarhole in Karnataka, which have adopted many safety measures like anti-poaching camps, posting of forest guards, foot patrols along the border of the forest reserves. All these measures have helped to reduce poaching activity, illegal hunting activity, and has helped to increase the tiger cub population. So, in part B, the writer has expressed positive note. He says that we can avoid the tiger from being an endangered species. We can increase the number of tigers in India. Now let us see what the writer has to share in part C. Let us read. India has excellent wildlife laws that prohibit the killing of almost all species of wild animals. The problem is that in many cases the laws are not enforced diligently because many states do not consider wildlife protection to be very important. Now what the writer says, that India does have excellent wildlife laws that prohibit means that do not allow the killing of almost all species of wild animals. So that is one good thing, that India has excellent wildlife laws. But the sad part is that many states do not consider wildlife protection as important. They do not give much significance to wildlife protection, and therefore they do not observe these wildlife laws. That means in these states, the wildlife laws are not being practiced, and because of which poaching and illegal hunting of animals continues. Let's read. However, given the highly profitable nature of the illegal trade in wildlife products such as ivory, sandalwood, deer, and other wild meat, tiger skins, bones, and body parts, our wildlife can only be saved if strong measures are taken to protect our 650 or so national parks and sanctuaries. So, wildlife products like ivory, sandalwood, meat, tiger skin, bones, all these fetch good price, and therefore the poachers try to hunt the animals because they can sell these body parts for their personal profits. However, we can bring an end to this activity only if we adopt strong measures to protect our 650 or so national parks and sanctuaries. Let's read. It is extremely important for the Forest Department of each state to establish a friendly rapport with local people living on the edges of our reserves and involve them in conservation activities. Friendly informers in fringe villages can make the job of catching poachers much easier. Wildlife conservation is a complex and difficult task that can only succeed if government officials and common citizens join hands. The kind of cooperation is vital as India's wildlife treasure belongs to all of us. So the writer says that it is not possible for the forest department to handle this or to manage this particular situation. It is not possible for them to do single-handedly. It is important for them to have or maintain a good communication with the local citizens. That means forest department, the government officials and the local citizens need to work unitedly, need to work hand in hand so as to discourage any illegal hunting of animals or tigers. For example, friendly informers in fringe villages. Fringe villages means villages that are along the border of the forest reserves. So friendly informers are those locals who can act as detectives or spies who can look out for any illegal activity of hunting of wildlife. If they get to know of any such case, they can immediately inform the forest department and thus try to catch those who are involved in poaching activity. So this can reduce or this will largely help to discourage any illegal hunting of animals. So wildlife conservation is a complex and difficult task. It is not possible for the government officials to manage it on its own. They need to have the cooperation of the local citizens as well. And this kind of cooperation is vital. Vital means it is very important because India's wildlife treasure belongs to all of us. That is why all need to participate in this particular movement of saving wildlife, of saving the tiger. The tiger is a highly adaptable species that thrives in a wide variety of natural habitats and climatic conditions. All we need to do is ensure undisturbed habitat with plenty of prey, and nature will do the rest. The wonderful thing is that protection measures in place to save tigers also benefit all the wildlife that share the tiger's habitat. And saving the tiger's habitat benefits all of us because over 300 rivers originate from forests that are now protected in the name of the tiger. So the tiger is a very highly adaptable species. That means it can adapt itself to wide variety of natural habitat. It is a rugged animal, as you all know. It is rough and tough. So it can survive in any kind of natural habitat and climatic conditions. Only thing what we need to do is provide it with good natural surrounding with plenty of prey. Prey means smaller animals that can serve as food for the tiger. So this is important. We need to provide the tiger with a good undisturbed natural habitat. And the dual advantage is that if we protect the natural surrounding, the natural habitat of tiger, we are also providing a natural habitat for the other animals also, right? So this is an added advantage. And not only that, there are over 300 rivers that originate from these forests. So if these forests are there, the rivers will continue to exist. If we cut down the forest, the rivers will naturally disappear, isn't it? Let's continue. Without these rivers, we would not be able to quench our thirst and grow crops to feed ourselves. As we all know, rivers are so important, right? They're very important natural resource for all of us. If rivers are there, we get water for our various basic needs and also to irrigate the various fields so as to grow crops. So if there are no rivers, it is going to affect us humans. So if we protect the natural habitats of the tigers, in a way it is helping us also, because the rivers will continue to exist and we are benefited largely. Finally, the writer says the tiger is a magnificent symbol of our country, and all over the world, India is known as the land of the tiger. Our planet will be a poorer place if this precious gift of nature disappears forever. Saving the tiger is entirely in our hands, and we can do it. We can save the tiger. So the writer ends with a very positive and hopeful note. He says, the tiger is a magnificent symbol. As you all know, all of you must have seen the tiger, right? It looks so royal, such a mighty animal. Yes, it is a magnificent symbol of our country. It is a national emblem. And India is known as the land of the tiger. So if this particular royal species is not protected, and if it disappears, then the planet Earth would become poorer, isn't it? It would look poorer. So saving the tiger is entirely in our hands. So therefore we need to protect this magnificent animal which adds such a beauty to the forest. So we need, and saving the tiger is in our hands, and we can do it, isn't it? Yes, children, do you agree? We can save the tiger. It is a hopeful situation. We can help to save the tiger, definitely. And this is the positive note that the writer gives at the end of the chapter. So students, we have completed the chapter. Let's do the meanings. Diligently is carefully. Rapport means communication. Fringe is border. Vital is very important. Quench the thirst means satisfy the thirst. Magnificent is great. So students, we have completed. Thank you for viewing the video. Please learn the meanings. Read the entire lesson. Thank you for participating. God bless you.